Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Cat Crypto here. So before we dive into this update, folks, beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anyone pretending to be me. I'm never going to DM you or anything like that. A lot of people were like, what's in 29 days? What's in 29 days? And you know, it shocks me. We'll be able to launch our node in 29 days exactly. Soon to be 28 as of tomorrow, but this in itself for the Happy Catty crypto movement, it's our big next step, so to speak. It's what we're looking to next to kind of evolve into this next phase and really get our developers working and as much as we can. And I'm in the midst of pretty much trying to hire a team, considering we're going to have a validators node. I want to make good use of the money by hiring the correct people to work on utilities, projects that I've got in my head, and also current projects that we're working on. But what I'm seeing now is the mainstream of mainstream, like media influencers, crypto influencers, and all across the board are trying to get involved in LUNACLASSIC, and it's absolutely amazing to see this. But what I want to always make people aware of is, did they build on the blockchain? Okay, what's its native token? Is it, you know, yes, it's okay to have a native token that's not LUNACLASSIC, of course, but you know, if you can incorporate LUNACLASSIC in as a native token, that'd be even better. And then somehow using the blockchain's technology so that all of your transactions are therefore created on the blockchain, so therefore you're creating sustenance for the blockchain. But you know, this one's out in the news. I've seen a lot of the mainstream influencers jumping straight on it, and I know this to be something that has been shilled in the past. When I was invested in SHIB before I even had a YouTube channel, you know, this one was floating about, you know, oh, it's launching on this blockchain next, this, that, and the other. But if you go to their website, you see straight away, you see a Shiba Inu for starters. That's just what I see, but you know, it has its own, like, it's a pre-built out system, like they already built it. So I'm very interested to see how they're going to be bringing this to the LUNACLASSIC blockchain, and you know, how's it all going to work. It's in itself, it's a very simple game. It's kind of like, I don't know, like Tekken, so to speak. So these kind of utility use cases, I think, has an open environment coming to, which is very interesting. So in other words, it's going to be kind of a 3D metaverse, as it's saying. But you know, we always see a lot of promises come from these kind of metaverse games and stuff like that, and it's quite easy to jump on board the LUNACLASSIC bandwagon right now. So tread carefully, tread lightly, do your own due diligence, do your research into things like this, and understand the white papers and stuff like this. And you know, we have a lot of game projects that have been here from the get-go. Metagloria is one of them. You don't see any of these mainstream influencers, you know, covering Metagloria, and this is because of the simple fact they probably don't know about Metagloria because they haven't been here from the get-go. They've just jumped on board and, you know, trying to, it's all content clicks and rates per mile for a lot of influencers, and I totally get that. And this is why I understand now why transparent influencers like myself just don't exist, because you know, you're kind of like disliked for being so transparent, so honest and stuff like that. But it's not going to change who I am. It's not going to change the way that Happy Catty Crypto was built around transparency, truth, trust, and everything like that. But, you know, like I said, do your own due diligence, do your own research on projects like this. And, you know, if they are bringing it to the blockchain, then, you know, fingers crossed they're going to be, you know, I always see this as well. We're going to be supporting the Burn Initiative, but we've got the Burn Initiative covered, in my opinion. As you can see, it's quite easy to sit here and say right now to you folks, you know, the burn tax is the top burner. It's going to be the top burner within the next hour, 2 hours, I would say. What's that? Like 30 million away from becoming #1 top burner. So I'm just going to put it in the title of this video that it is top burner, and it's nice to see the burn tax actually up there #1, proving it's doing what it said it's going to do, so to speak. And there's a lot of people that are coming up with different ideas, as if the burn tax isn't working or isn't going to work and stuff like that. But we really need to just now if we provide utility use cases, we'll provide volume for the burn tax, meaning that more burns will happen because we've got more utility cases, which means more people are creating more transactions on the blockchain overall. And that's what we want. You know, the more transactions, the more volume, the better price movement, and then it becomes more sustainable as well. It doesn't then become this kind of pump and dump scenario. We want moves upwards, consolidate, move upwards, consolidate. And the most recent move, honestly, it seems it's just mostly FOMO, in my opinion, because Binance are yet to perform their first burn. Seeing a lot of different videos saying they're going to burn like 4 billion in their first go, but we'll just have to see. I don't want to set any great expectations for anybody, and then you guys get, you know, really annoyed when you don't see that much get burned. So whatever it turns out to be, it turns out to be. And there's a lot of people who are doing spreadsheets and saying like all these different numbers going to take this many years to burn, blah blah this, blah blah that, but they're like going off of what's current. Instead of like on this drive for utility. So I'm really happy to see, you know, meta rivals are coming over. It's a really good thing. And I don't know, I'm going to contact the team. I'm going to ask them, you know, how are you incorporating this? How are you, you know, how are you doing? How are you going about, you know, your journey into the classic blockchain, so to speak? So very interesting. And it's really interesting to see that LUNACLASSIC is now on the light version of Binance as well. I only just noticed this today, which is really good for your everyday average, you know, common Joe user. Not a lot of people like to use the pro side of Binance. I myself don't like the pro side of Binance. There's a lot too much going on for just your average trader. And, you know, if you're long and short in the market, I guess it's good, spot trading and all that kind of stuff. But for me, I'm more of a simple guy. I'm more here to help you guys than I am invested in crypto anymore. I've kind of, you know, I don't ever really look at my investments too much or anything like that. And I'm building up. So like when you launch a node, you can self-stake, and self-staking is like building a bond of trust between yourself and, you know, the people who are delegating to you, showing that you have a really good self-delegation or self-stake, whichever one you call it. As you can see, all nodes have got 0.28%, but they're highly trusted. So, you know, I guess they don't need to self-delegate, but I'm going to try and self-delegate 100 million, which is literally like everything that I own in crypto now. Like I went around liquidating everything I had to get as much LUNACLASSIC for the launch of the node next month. So really interesting. It's a month pretty much as of yesterday, I think, or today, either one, but super excited, really looking forward to it. But burn tax is doing what it should be doing, and everything seems like plain sailing right now. And if we can really find more of these utility use cases, it's going to really help us in the long shot, in my opinion. So stay safe out there. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and I will catch you in the next one.